Hey guys, it's Miss Sebastian. We're going to look at adding mixed numbers with unlike denominators today. So the first one we've got here is 1 1/4 plus 4 5/12. So the first thing I have to do is get a common denominator. So between 4 and 12, my common denominator is 12. Okay, I know this because 4 can go into 12 3 times. So I'm going to leave my whole number, and I'm going to change this to 3/12. Then I'm going to add it, 4 5/12. I like to work vertically because it lets me see the numbers lined up. So I've got 3 plus 5. That'll give me 8. The denominator always stays the same. And then I can add my whole numbers. 1 and 4 is 5. Now, I'm done, except for 8 over 12 can be simplified. I can divide both the top and the bottom by 4. So I'll leave my whole number. 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So my answer would be 5 2/3. This next one says, what is the sum of 1 1/2 plus 4 2/3? So the first thing I have to do is come up with the common denominator between 2 and 3. They have no common factors, so the least common multiple, or the least common denominator, will be 6. So I'm going to multiply the bottom by 3 and the top by 3. And here I'm going to multiply the bottom by 2 and the top by 2 so that I get 6 as a denominator. So I'm going to add the numerators, and it's 7. And 1 plus 4 gives me 5. Now this is an improper fraction here. Okay, so I know that 6 can go into 7 one time with 1 left over. So I've got 5 plus 1, so that'll be 6 and 1/6. So I can find my answer over here, and that's it. Okay, number 3. Ebenezer walked 3 3/8 miles on Sunday, and 5 3/4 miles on Saturday and Sunday. How many miles did he walk in all? So I've got these written over here. Okay, I know that 4 can go into 8 evenly by multiplying by 2. And I'm just going to rewrite this one. So now I'm going to add 3 plus 6 gives me 9. And 3 plus 5 gives me 8. So I can change 9/8 to a mixed number by saying 8 can go into 9 one time with 1 left over. So now I can just add 8 plus 1 and 1/8. So 8 plus 1 is 9. And the 1/8 just hangs around. Okay, let's look at number 4. The cafeteria served 5 1/4 pounds of beef, 2 5/8 pounds of ham, and 4 1/2 pounds of turkey in one day. What's the total amount? So the first thing I need to do is find a number that 4, 8, and 2 can all go into, that least common multiple. I know that all of these can go into 8 evenly, so I'm going to rewrite. This is 5/8. To get to 8, I have to multiply 2 by 4. So I have to multiply 1 by 4. So that'll be 4/8. And 4 has to be multiplied by 2, so does the top. So now I can add 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Okay, so I can change this right now. 8 goes into 11 one time with 3 left over. Okay, and now I can add my whole numbers, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've got 11 plus that 1 3/8. So that will be 12 3/8 pounds. Our next question says a punch recipe calls for 1 1/3 cups of orange juice, 3/4 of a cup of grape juice, and 2 1/2 cups of apple juice. How much fruit juice does this recipe call for? So the first thing I have to do is find a number that 3, 4, and 2 can all divide into evenly, and that number is 12. So I'm going to multiply this one by 4, this one by 3, and this one by 6. So I've got 6 over 12, 9 over 12, and 4 over 12. So 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 6 is 18. Both 18 and 12 can be divided by 6 to simplify. So I've got 3 over 2, which is still an improper fraction. And that improper fraction, 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over. And then the whole number is 1 plus 2 is 3. So I'm going to add 3 to it. And my answer is 4 1/2 cups. Okay, number 6. 4 2/3 plus 3 1/5. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is find a common denominator. That common denominator is 15. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 5. And I get 10 15ths. And over here, I'm going to multiply by 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. So now I can just add straight down. 10 plus 3 is 13. Leave the denominator. 4 plus 3 is 7. So my answer is 7 13 15ths. Number 7. Sean and Blaine ordered a pizza. Sean ate 1/5 of the pizza and Blaine ate 2/3 of the pizza. What fraction did they eat altogether? So we've got these two. We're going to find a common denominator, and that is 15. So I've got to make the equivalent fraction here, and I've got 3 15ths. And then 3 has to be multiplied by 5 to give me 15. So I get 10. 3 plus 10 is 13. And the denominator remains the same. Our last one, a bakery sold 2 1/2 cherry pies, 1 2/3 blueberry pies, and 3 2/5 chocolate cream pies. It's the total number of pies sold. So I'm going to look at these. I've got 5, 3, and 2. And the least common multiple is 30. So I'm going to multiply this one by 15. I'm going to multiply this one by 10. And I'm going to multiply this one by 6. And now I just get to add 15 plus 20 is 35, plus 12 is 47 out of 30. Now we need to rewrite this as a mixed number, so 30 goes into 47 one time with 17 left over. And then add the whole numbers, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 plus 1 and 17 30ths. So I end up with 7 and 17 30ths.